What's up, baby?
What's up, baby?
God damn!
How you doing, girl?
Oh, you know, fucking living the dream. How you doing?
Yeah, living the dream in quarantine.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's like a new slogan. God damn it.
Did you say slogo? That's a new fucking skletch phrase. God damn it.
I'm already dying laughing. I promised myself I wouldn't be too drunk for this time like last week. Oh, God. Just the fact that you doubled down on my fuck up was just perfect. Oh, my God. All right, Erin, give me your goddamn.
Well,
Yeah.
it has been real hard not to fucking tell you this because...
Yes. I've been so excited. You keep like dropping hints. You're like, oh, can't wait to tell you my goddamn. And I'm like, just tell me. I'll act surprised. And you didn't tell me.
No, I didn't tell you. This shit is fucking affecting my life negatively in the following ways.
Ooh, hot off the press. Tell me about it.
My phone is broken.
What? But you've been...
Oh.
Have you been using your
laptop? No. I could, and I can, and I do sometimes. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's not broken.
Uh-huh.
Just the entire screen came off.
Didn't you get it replaced?
Yes, I did. Not the screen protector, because there isn't one, because I live dangerously. The whole fucking screen popped off. Like,
together?
What?
Like, it's not broken or busted. It just, like, will come off separately. I said together, but I meant separately.
Like, when I hold my phone this way, it'll come, like, it'll fall down.
What?
And, like, shit is still... I want to show you. Look. Can you see it?
Hang on, let me... Oh, it's like a pop socket, but on the wrong side and of your screen.
Yeah. And
That's
it still works, except for the home button. That's the only part that doesn't work.
How do you get home? You just swipe everything shut?
I had to make a home button, and then I'm like a disabled person using my phone. Like, if I didn't have fingertips, this is how I would have to use my phone. So then I have to put in my code manually every time and, like, tap this little fucking... See this little thing right here? That's a home button.
Like a cursor?
Yeah.
Wait
That's
a
the only
minute.
way.
Your phone is so fucking old. It's time to upgrade it anyway.
I know, but we're in a goddamn pandemic. What
Yeah,
the fuck
they'll
am
be
I
so
supposed
excited
to
to
do?
take your money.
Well, yeah, but I have to go to a fucking T-Mobile store or whatever, and then Brandon's like, no, we'll go to Costco because you don't have to pay an activation fee. And I was like, cool, when are you going to go to Costco and buy me a new phone? Because I'm not bringing the kids. Like,
yeah.
that shit takes 1,000 years, and I'm not bringing the kids to a goddamn corona-filled place. Like,
Exactly. Oh, shit. How did it happen? Did it just fall down? Or one day you picked up your phone and the faceplate came off? Like, what the fuck?
according to the insurance,
Yeah.
or according to me.
Recorded.
Well, here's the thing, because I don't buy insurance on my phones either, because
No one
this one's
does.
like fucking 7 years old and I've never broken it. Like, I broke it once. Remember, the screen cracked and then I got
Yeah.
the screen replaced.
Yeah. It's cheaper to not have insurance.
Yeah, exactly. And so the place that I got the screen replaced from, I was like, yo, this shit is a lifetime guarantee. And absolutely nothing happened. And my screen is now falling off of itself. It's not cracked. It's just not attached to the phone anymore. And they were like, we'll refund you everything, but we're not servicing anything. Because I was like, can you just come and fix it? Like, I just wanted it to be fixed. Like, put my screen back on. And they were like, yeah, on account of the pandemic, we're not coming out. Here's a refund. So they gave me a refund for my screen fucking crack thing, which is great. But like,
But I want my phone back together.
yeah, my
Did you
phone
get some
is
painter's
broken.
tape?
I'm considering it so that because literally, like, I have to make sure my kid doesn't touch it because that
Yeah.
shit's coming off. Yeah. And
Yeah,
I can only put it down on its back. Like, if I put it down on its face, then you pick it up and, like, the screen is going to be on the fucking table where you left it.
Oh. Do you have like an old OtterBox or something where it like curls around and held that shit in?
Well, the case that it's in right now curls a little bit, but I don't have another one. No. Yeah, I'm considering, like, I don't know, clamps or something. I don't fucking know. This shit's rough,
just a
man.
couple of wood clamps.
Yeah, basically.
Get out those little butterfly clips from the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, the little hair clips. Ting, ting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's what I've been fucking dealing with, and it's rough.
That sucks.
It's a rough life.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Poor soul.
I'm like a handicapped person trying to use my phone.
Yeah, seems like you're figuring it out, though.
Yeah, I'm learning to work through my disabilities.
You could probably remove the password, the lock screen, because you're not going anywhere. No one's going to take your phone.
You're right. All right, Stacy, what's your goddamn?
Oh, girl, you already know it. But a couple days ago, my pops, my dear old dad, he had to go to the hospital because he couldn't fucking breathe. So he had to call an ambulance at 4 a.m. He got admitted to the hospital. They did 1,000 COVID-19 tests. And by that, I mean 2. And they both came back negative. And they did some chest x-rays. And it turns out he has pneumonia. But he caught it really early on. So there's that. But they keep saying he has all the signs of coronavirus. I guess.
Really?
Yeah, I guess when you scan your lungs with coronavirus, there's this crushed glass looking fucking nodules or some shit in your lungs, and he has that. And so they're like, this is a sign of coronavirus. You have all of the symptoms and signs. He doesn't have a fever. He doesn't really have a cough. He was coughing some shit up 2 days before, but it wasn't a persistent dry cough or anything. It was just he coughed a couple times and some crud came up, so he knew something was happening.
Yeah.
But in the middle of the night, he monitors his oxygen levels all the time, and they were in the 60s, which is dangerous.
Oh,
and so he had to call
fucking scary.
Yeah, so he had to call an ambulance and all that shit. And so, then they find out, this is what it is. It's pneumonia, and they're treating him, and obviously they're everybody's fucking gowning up. He has a mask on and everything. We can't go visit him or see him because of coronavirus. And he had this procedure done today where they rinse out your lungs with a garden hose.
Oh, Lord, that's terrifying.
Okay, it's called a bronchoscopy, but he gets them pretty frequently since having the lung transplant. And so they did it today because he's due for it anyway, and also it'll clear a bunch of crud out of there. So they did it today, and then they took the liquid from that, and they're going to test it again for a 3rd time for coronavirus. Because his other two came back negative, but they're you have all the signs. So we just want to be definitely fucking for sure that you don't have it before we relax our restrictions around you. Because like I said, he's in total isolation basically.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah, I was going to say that works out to his advantage because especially if COVID patients are around, you want as much protection as possible.
Yeah, for sure. Because he cannot get it.
No.
That's fucking terrifying.
I know. That's what I'm so afraid of. So life has been a little fucking stressful because, of course, I am the highest anxiety level person in this whole entire world. So everybody's he's in the best place possible. He's doing great. And I talk to him and he sounds happy and chipper. And I'm just oh my God, waiting for the other shoe to drop or something. So I just can't wait until he's home and everything's fine. But I fucking knew this was going to happen.
Ugh. The best place possible for him is fucking at home, not around anybody.
Yes.
Except for your mom, obviously.
Agreed. Yes.
But just that's it.
Yes.
Don't venture out. Don't fucking join the mass protests.
Don't
do anything.
Yeah. Leave him fucking alone.
Just
But
hang out.
seriously, man, leave it to my dad to get pneumonia during a pandemic.
Right? Were you what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
How do you get pneumonia? Was he working in the yard or anything? Is he doing something to get dust in his lungs?
I have no idea. It's my dad, so he does everything all the time. So I'm sure it was something like that. Yeah. Who knows?
He's I was just building this shelf and the sawdust.
Yeah,
got
I didn't
into
wear
lungs.
a mask, even though these are new precious lungs. I was just breathing in the soil. I have no idea. But
he's living that new lung life.
He is, man. Seriously. So he's still in the hospital. He's been there for a couple days now, 2 days or 1 day. I don't even know. Well, no, it's been 2 days. They'll definitely keep him probably, I'm guessing, until over the weekend and shit. Because they have to wean him off of oxygen and stuff. So we'll see.
Oh my
But
God.
fuck, man. Talk about distraction. I just want a vacation.
Seriously.
Ugh. Lame. And then to top it all off, like, half of our fucking listeners are getting COVID-19. I'm like, what the hell, man? This sucks.
Yeah. There's been so many on there. Hey,
Yeah.
Henry,
Yeah.
we're thinking about you.
We think about you all the time. Don't fucking die.
Seriously. Nobody die from this. Oh my
Seriously.
God. This shit's awful.
I know.
Remember when it first started, you were like, we're going to know someone who has it. And I was like,
know.
you're dumb.
No, it seriously was like bringing me down. I was like, fuck, man, this is going to impact like so many people.
Yeah. And I was like, no, we're not. You're stupid. And then fucking, you're like, well, we're going to know somebody like through the podcast that either knows somebody who has it or something. And I was like, you're crazy. And then now there's fucking 2 people, at least.
I know. If not more. Well,
Yeah.
there's been a lot of people that have hopped on and said like either family members or some shit are like in the hospital and they're suspecting that. And I don't know, man. Just you guys stay safe. And if you need us, we're here.
Yeah.
We might not do much, but we're here.
I mean, we can't really do a whole lot of anything on account of fucking there's a pandemic going on. But also, we will be there
like
for
I can't
you.
even do anything for my own dad.
Exactly. But we'll be there for you to bitch to or to fucking...
I will fucking Amazon you some Tylenol.
Yeah, right? If you just want to pour
It
your
might
heart out.
come in 3 months, but... Oh my God. Okay, so both of our worlds are just falling apart slowly, but we're still here. So there's that.
Yeah, you know?
This is the one fucking silver lining, shining light in my day. Murder.
Murder. Yeah, talking about someone else's misfortunes.
Speaking of misfortunes, Erin, you should tell me your story.
All right. I am going to tell you about the Granny Killer.
Ooh. That sounds pretty fucked up.
It is. So,
Not the Grammys.
no, not the Grammys, the
Granny.
Grannies. Yeah. Yeah.
Grannies. Whatever. In my household, grandma is called Grammy. So, you
Yeah.
know.
Grammy. All right. Mine was always called grandmother.
Mother dearest.
Grandmother, if you would get me another apple juice. Who am I kidding? It wasn't apple juice. It was the fucking barrel juice. You remember that shit?
That's right, it was. Yeah, I do, with the foil tops
Yes.
and everything like tasted like foil every time you drank from it. If you didn't peel all the foil away.
Yeah, you had to try and break it with your fucking thumbnail, and it was never hard enough.
No, I know. I could feel it with my teeth still because I always used my teeth.
Oh, I never used my teeth
My
for
mom would yell at
anything.
me.
I bet.
And then it would like cut your lips because the plastic was sharp.
Yeah, because they did not have fucking regulations on that shit.
No.
At any rate, so these grannies.
Okay.
We're just gonna fucking jump right into this. I don't have a hell of a lot of background, if any.
I'm ready for it.
Okay.
Okay.
This is in Spring Hill, Florida on August 7th, 1993.
Okay. Florida, of course.
Fucking right. A fire breaks out at the home of 80-year-old Sophia Garrity. And upon investigation, police discover that inside the home, Sophia was dead. And
Oh, God.
there was no sign of physical damage to her body. And there was no sign of an accelerant or anything used. So they're like, wow, that's fucking crazy.
Was it like inhaling the smoke caused her to die?
No, they didn't really say how, like, what caused her to die, but basically, like, fire. Like,
She was dead.
Yeah, she
Okay,
was just dead, and they're like, she was very, very burned. So they're like, not a whole lot of
you
evidence.
said no physical damage to the body, so I assumed she was not burned.
Oh, yeah, no, that's dumb. Like, no broken bones.
Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
so she was burned.
She was physically damaged.
Okay. Gotcha.
But there was no broken bones or, like, no fucking crushed skull or anything like that. So they're
Oh,
like,
shit.
I mean, she must have just burned up
Yeah,
in the fire, right?
Yeah.
So
Got it.
police don't suspect any foul play, and they assume that there had been an electrical short that started the fire. The only thing that seemed kind of out of place were that the window was broken and a jewelry box was slightly moved. But they're like, that could be a coincidence.
Fire moved it.
Yeah, the fire could have moved it, or she could have been like, you know what? I really want this on the left side of my dresser. I don't know. I don't
Hold
know
up.
how far it was
Who
moved.
Comes into a crime scene and they're like, listen, I know firefighters have been spraying powerful hoses all over this shit, but that jewelry box has slightly been moved.
That's another thing. So they were like, okay, maybe it's a coincidence or it's nothing. Like, but it was different, okay. I guess. Which also, why wasn't the jewelry box burned up?
Yeah, I mean, maybe she spontaneously combusted.
Maybe.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
So then the next day, another fire broke out, like just down the street from Sophia's house. And it was at the mobile home of Ruth Goldsmith, and she was 70 years old.
All right.
Again, no accelerants were found. No fucking physical damage, like broken bones or anything, was found on her body. That could be determined anyway, because, again, she was severely burned up.
Got it. There was physical damage.
A whole lot of physical damage of not the physical damage type.
Gotcha. I'm with you so far. Uh-huh.
So they assumed that it was just another electrical short that caused the fire. And apparently they're like, I mean, there must be some shitty electricians working in this fucking town, right?
Wow. Okay.
And then on August 17th, which is like 9 days later, Alice and William Whitney, who are both in their 80s, they were attacked in their home and beaten severely.
Oh, God.
Yeah. A neighbor heard their fire alarm going off and went over to check on them. They were still alive. But their curtains had been burned. So somehow this fire had been put out. I'm not sure if they weren't able to identify or describe their attacker or what. That's literally all the information that I could find on them. It didn't even say if they spoiler alert, some shit happens. It doesn't say anything about like trials or anything like that, like them being involved at all.
But they live.
Yeah, but they live.
Wow. And their curtains were burned.
And they were beaten severely. But I did learn that they used to walk to a restaurant every day, twice a day. And Alice would walk pretty far ahead of William. And
she mad?
I don't know. I think she was just like, dude, I'm fucking hungry. Like any woman, very relatable. It's like, I just want to get to the goddamn restaurant and get our table.
Yeah, I'm not here for your leisurely stroll.
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe William was like, just go ahead, honey. I have to put my fucking suspenders on. I don't know. Maybe they were like, let's show up separately so that we can role play that we don't know each other. I don't know.
Ooh. Like, you get a discount if you're alone.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll pretend to meet each other there.
But I guess they would always walk, like, pretty far away from each other. And then other neighbors and stuff said they only ever saw Alice outside the house. Like, they never saw William outside the house. So it's possible that someone watching might have thought that Alice lived alone.
Oh. Mm-hmm. And that's why they attacked.
Mm-hmm. Because the other two were just women living alone. And now all of a sudden it's a couple, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And then on September 2nd, 79-year-old Lydia Riddell was found dead in her home. She had been best friends with Ruth, who was the second woman found dead.
That's shitty.
Yeah. But this time there was intact duct tape found binding her wrists. So, yeah, police were like, okay, this isn't just a fucking shitty electrician. This is a serial killer.
There is fuckery afoot.
Yeah, there is some fuckery afoot for sure. I did not mention, but also she was burned in her home. Her home had caught fire.
Got it.
On September 30th, Sophia's, the very first woman that was found dead, her neighbor was the next victim.
Oh, shit. He's like, I'm assuming very sexist of me, I know. This person is like hopping fucking, like, or sticking around in the same neighborhood even.
Like the same goddamn street. Yeah. Just fucking hanging out right there. So this one was 87-year-old Lorraine Daw. And the killer tried to light the house on fire per usual. But this time, when he closed a door, it caused another door to slam or to like suction shut, essentially extinguishing the fire without giving it a chance to burn much. Yeah. Because of
like cutting off the oxygen.
Exactly. Fucking fire sciences and shit.
Yeah. You got to know what you're doing.
Exactly. And he did not really, apparently. Or he did for the most part and then was like, fuck it. Let's close this door so that all over here burns.
Yeah. Oopsie poopsie.
So police were able to find a fingerprint in the soot.
Ooh, a fingerprint in the soot?
Mm-hmm.
That is like the best place to find a fingerprint.
It's already dusted for you.
Yeah, seriously.
Dust for prints. Oh, wait.
Yeah. Hold up. It's right here.
Exactly. So at the same time, police got an anonymous tip about someone who had done handyman work on all of the victims' homes.
Oh, God damn it. It's always the fucking handyman.
Right.
It's literally never once been the handyman in this podcast, but still.
I'm always suspicious of the goddamn handyman every single time. It has been once. It has been. He was working on like a fucking college student's room or something, like a landlord's fucking handyman. I don't know. Maybe it hasn't.
Don't know.
Henry, has it? We need him to stay alive because he has a whole goddamn history of our fucking podcast in his brain.
Seriously. Seriously. He's like the encyclopedia of I said goddamn.
I know. And so for purely selfish reasons, stay alive.
Yes, please. Also, you're pretty awesome. There's that.
And then there's that. So at any rate, the caller, this fucking anonymous tipster, they said this handyman's name was Edwin Caprat.
Oh. Edwin. Tell me about it, Edwin.
Well, he went by the nickname Mike.
Cool nickname. What's your real name?
That is my real name. I'm working on a nickname, though. Mike. Apparently, he had seen that fucking movie, so...
And he was like, down Periscope? That's my fucking nickname. That's so random. Edwin went by Mike.
Yeah, he went by Mike. Oh, man. I wrote
Mike.
in parentheses, cool nickname.
Great nickname.
He was a 29-year-old man who was currently couch surfing on his sister's couch and doing handyman work for his dad's business.
Mm-hmm.
He also had a dragon tattoo.
Ooh, say it ain't so. A dragon tattoo.
Yeah, completely irrelevant, but I felt the need to tell you.
We needed to know.
Mm-hmm. So, more relevant is that he had been a suspect in the robbery and murder of a man in Tampa 2 years prior.
Oh, God. Okay.
But there wasn't enough evidence to convict him, so they let him off.
Okay.
He ended up being charged and convicted for using the guy's credit card.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
that's not nearly as bad as the
No.
original. Oh,
Fucking
God,
murder
offense.
charge?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but he only had to serve a house arrest for like a short while, and then he was fucking scot-free, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
He got off pretty easy there.
Oh, yeah. So Mike had also been interviewed by the media after Sophia had been killed. Mm-hmm. Sophia was the first one to die.
Yeah, he got interviewed by the media?
Yeah, like on the fucking news, and he's like, yeah, isn't this fucking scary?
So
right?
crazy.
Yeah.
I was just doing some handy things over there.
Right? I'm not sure what he said, but I'm assuming he was just acting as like the fucking, oh, I'm just a concerned neighbor. Like,
yeah, not in my neighborhood.
Exactly. And then another thing we know about Mike is that apparently his neighbors referred to him as, quote, the Neanderthal.
Oh,
because,
Lord.
Yeah, they had seen him fighting with his girlfriend on the front lawn, and he grabbed her, he threw her over his shoulder, and he brought her back into the house kicking and screaming.
Okay, well, I thought you were going to say he like bonked her over the head and dragged her by her hair. Whatever the right word is.
Yeah, yeah. That would have been a lot worse, but it was
still
similar, right?
pretty bad. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Either way, he was like, this is mine, get in the fucking house, right?
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
So then the neighbors just had like, I don't know, a little running joke where it was like, oh, the Neanderthal over there.
Oh my God, that's a terrible joke.
I know.
Oh, we call him Bam Bam.
Right?
Oh, God.
So police put him under surveillance and they put a tracker on his car.
Ooh, smarter.
Yeah. And then his fingerprints came up as a match to the one found at the crime scene.
In the soot.
In the soot, exactly.
Oh, shit. We're on to you, buckaroo. Mike.
Yeah. Fucking Mike. So police go to apprehend him, and he's like, not today, motherfuckers.
Oh, shit. What's he do? What's Mike do? Tell me about it.
Well, he fucking takes off in his car, right? And the police are chasing him, but he's able to lose them twice.
What kind of car is he driving?
I don't know. A fucking Honda Civic. He has a dragon tattoo. I don't know.
Oh, God damn it.
Probably something super fast.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so fast.
But they have this tracker on his car, right? So
you're not getting lost. We're not losing you.
Yeah, you're not actually fucking losing us.
Yeah.
So they assign a helicopter to follow him, and the helicopter's following him for a while, and then it has to refuel.
This shit is like GTA and he has 5 stars.
Literally. Yeah, like he better go find a fucking bridge, right?
Yeah. Go hide in the parking garage.
Exactly. So the helicopter goes to refuel, and I guess it's down for an hour or two. I don't know how long it takes to fucking refuel, but apparently it's a while.
Yeah, a bit.
And then when they get back like up and going and they're looking at the tracker and stuff, they're confused as to why the tracker was stopped for 12 hours.
What do you mean?
Okay, so the helicopter landed for an hour or two, and then I guess they were like, well, we have a fucking tracker on this guy, so let's just watch him and see where he goes, and then that's when we'll fucking get him, right? But then it was stopped for 12 hours. I don't know who wasn't like, hey, it's been 6 hours. Maybe we just go get him? Like,
what do you mean it was stopped? Like they went... I'm so confused.
like his car was not moving for 12 hours. I don't know what the fuck happened, but
after an hour of refueling, then they went to go look for him for another 11 hours, and they were like, he's just stopped, he's not moving, and they were just circling like in a holding pattern for 11 hours.
I don't think they put the helicopter back up, but they were like, they brought the helicopter down. They were like, we got to refuel. So they brought the helicopter down, and then they're like, all right, well, let's check where he is. And they check the tracker, and they're like, okay, he's at whatever place, and he's not moving. So like, let's just chill out for a minute.
Yeah.
And I don't know who didn't call it at fucking hour 1. Like, maybe he's going to stay there. We should go apprehend him.
Yeah, let's go check that shit out. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so then fucking 12 hours, right, goes by, and his car is still at this place, and they're like, this is fishy, we should probably move in. And by fishy, I mean, they're like, maybe he's staying here for the night.
Like, this is a perfect time to grab him. He's not moving.
Exactly. I have no idea what they were waiting for. I don't know who wasn't like, hey, man, it's been 11 hours. Maybe now.
Go.
And we're ready. So they eventually go fucking check on his car, right? And they realize that he had traded in his car for another car at the dealership.
What?
Yeah, he was at a dealership. His car was stopped
had
at a fucking...
time to go car shopping.
Do you have any idea how long that shit takes?
Oh my God, it takes at least a whole day.
It takes a long ass fucking time. Like, it's not just like, oh yeah, that one. They're like, no, let me show you all its features and buttons. Also, let's talk to our finance guy. I think my manager can get it down a little bit.
Yeah, give me an hour in the back. By the way, let me spend 45 minutes showing you how to start your car.
Right? Yeah, he had fucking 12 hours though, and he was just like, yeah, no, that one's fine. No, I like the red. Yeah, sure, wash it first. Like,
oh my God. That's crazy.
Right?
Oh,
so,
shit.
At any rate, he's eventually caught, and he gave a full confession.
Oh, okay, let's hear it. He was like, yeah, I did it.
Yeah, and all that shit back there, that was me. So, apparently, Edwin, because fucking... Mike. He doesn't deserve the nickname Mike.
Yeah, too cool of a name.
Yeah.
Edwin's pretty cool too, though. But, you know,
I mean, listen,
not today.
Different times. Yeah. Apparently, he was using rubbing alcohol as an accelerant to the fires.
Oh, okay. How come they didn't detect it?
It doesn't have any petroleum in it, so the machines that the police use can't detect it. And dogs aren't trained to detect that either. So.
Oh, well, now that's fucking interesting as shit.
Right?
Yeah.
Also, he would get it from the victim's own house.
What? Like he didn't come prepared?
No, he was like, here's your rubbing alcohol. I guess.
Like, do you think he would like scope that shit out before while he was doing his handyman shit? Like,
Probably.
oh, just tightening this doorknob. What's
He's
in
like,
this medicine cabinet?
I gotta go use the bathroom. What's in this mirror closet?
Yeah.
So apparently he would make a trail leading from the beds to the front door, and then he would leave the bathroom door open in order to let the fire have enough air to keep burning.
Okay.
And I don't know about the rest of them, but Ruth's house was a mobile home, and she lived alone, so I'm assuming it was like a 1-bedroom straight shot kind of deal. Like,
Yeah, like right down the hallway to the front door.
exactly. Like the fire's just gonna fucking sweep through this.
Listen,
like,
I've
rooms.
lived me in some mobile homes. I know all about them.
Exactly. I'm
Straight
assuming
shot.
she had a single wide and, you know.
Shit, even if it's a double wide, you can go like master bedroom straight in the back. It's like the last bedroom.
Yeah.
That shit opens right up into the hallway all the way to the front door. In my experience.
In all of my expert knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's pretty much what he was working with.
Oh,
and
shit.
he admitted that he had been surprised by William, like the police had suspected.
Yeah.
And he also admitted to sexually assaulting the women.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, because he's a fucking asshole.
Wait, okay, so there is this show on Netflix called Age Love Gap. If you haven't binged it yet, what are you doing with your life?
I have. It's horrible. And by horrible, I mean not my cup of tea.
Like,
Obviously,
you
it's someone
cannot
else's.
look away. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
train wreck, and it's exciting.
Oh my God.
So this is a thing, though. Like, some people prefer, like, some guys prefer older women, and obviously older women prefer the younger guys, and vice versa. I mean...
Yeah, I don't think these older women were into it.
No, not at all. But I'm saying, like, maybe that was his thing. Like,
That was his kink.
I'm over here like, why? What was the motivation? But maybe that was his thing, because obviously people have that kink.
True.
Again,
Maybe.
not here to kink shame, but if you want to watch that documentary and judge people, it's kind of fun.
It's real easy to on that one. Yeah. No, I remember watching that one. I think I started it like at the same time as you, or one of us texted the other and was like, what the fuck, have you seen this?
You need to watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, gross.
Yeah. Anyway, this guy could have been on it, potentially.
Yeah, he could have been. Maybe that was his thing. I don't know.
At any rate, he was doing that, and then he killed him.
Yeah, and he told police that he had killed Lorraine, the last one, by stepping on her neck in order to break it.
Oh, God.
So that he could put her out of her misery because she was having a heart attack.
Oh, my God. This is the worst story you've ever told me. What the fuck? That's weird. Okay.
Also, this is in all of his fucking medical knowledge, right?
Yeah, like she's clearly having a heart attack.
She's definitely having a heart attack. Yeah, he has no fucking idea. But
oh my God.
He stepped on her neck, and she was the oldest one. She was 87.
That's so sad. Oh my God. This touches my heart because I know so many old people and I used to take care of them, and that's so fucked up.
Dude.
Ugh.
I'm fucking 30-something, and I'm like...
Don't touch my neck.
Already exhausted from life. I can't even imagine being 87 and being like, oh yeah, this is fucking something I could deal with mentally or physically.
Yeah, no way. You lived your whole life.
Yeah, oh my God. Speaking of fight off, I guess this 87-year-old woman, Lorraine, the last one to die, she was like, gave him the hardest time and fought like fucking incredibly for her life. Obviously.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she didn't make it, but in like her younger years and stuff, she had been in the Olympics, and she was, I guess, still rather spry at 87.
Oh my God. I hope I'm rather spry at 87. That's so sad.
Right? I want to be spry. I want to be spry now.
Preach.
So Edwin was put on trial and he was found guilty. He was sentenced to death in 1995.
Wow.
And after only serving a couple of months in jail...
Oh, what are you going to tell me right now?
He was stabbed by another inmate and he died.
A happy ending.
Yeah. Don't worry. I wasn't letting him out.
Oh my God. He died? Where'd he stab him?
I mean, probably a couple times.
Yeah.
But he was stabbed to death by another inmate.
Oh, shit, that's insane.
So, fun fact, when they still didn't know who the murderer was, Edwin's sister was also interviewed by the media.
Uh-huh.
And she was saying how scary it was and that she felt uneasy in the neighborhood and all that.
Well, it's your fucking brother living on your goddamn couch.
Literally, her brother's living on her fucking couch and he's the one
insane.
fucking murdering these people. And she's just like, this is terrifying. I'm not blaming her, obviously.
No, but she had no idea. It was like the monster was in her home, this poor woman.
Yeah. And she's just like, this is so scary. And he's
Jesus.
just like, yeah, isn't it?
So crazy, right, sis?
Sis? What's up,
my
step bro?
What caused him to do all this? Like, any information? Like, or was it just like, just wanted to do it? Or like he wanted to rape them and then he had a reason, like, now I have to kill them, or what?
I don't know.
Ugh, that's awful.
I don't know. I think it was like probably a kink thing because he sexually assaulted them. So then he's like, let's just fucking do that. And then didn't want to leave witnesses or anything.
Yeah. Oh, God. That's terrible.
Yeah.
These poor
or
women.
It could have just been that they were fucking easy targets. I mean, in like the grossest, most insensitive way. Yeah.
Yeah. Do we know anything about his like background or anything that like maybe like triggered it or like fostered it?
Well, I mean, we know the background that he had fucking allegedly not murdered someone.
Oh, yeah,
2 years before.
Yeah.
Where
Ooh.
he didn't get convicted of it. Yeah. So he had allegedly had a violent past.
That's crazy. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
What a dick.
And that one, the motive was robbery. So in Sophia's, the jewelry box had been moved, but they didn't specify that anything had been taken.
Yeah.
But maybe his original motive was robbery as well.
Yeah. And that was the first one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then maybe he was like, oh, wait, I have no fucking use for this 80-year-old Hope Diamond from the Titanic.
It's the heart of the goddamn ocean, all right?
Exactly. And so he's like, I don't know what I'm going to do with any of this stuff. And then just
oh, man.
went
That's
on with the
up.
rest of it. Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, I hate that story. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, well, Erin, before I tell you my story, I have to apologize because last week when I told my story about James Wolcott, I totally fucking forgot to mention in my drunken stupor that was a listener recommendation. And that was recommended by Jasmuni on Instagram. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
I know. I feel like such a dick because she's always shouting us out and like tagging us in Instagram and shit. And I fucking totally forgot to mention that I got the whole goddamn idea from her. So, hey, thanks, Jasmuni.
She's probably listening and she's like, fuck this bitch just taking my idea.
Right? Oh, man, I'm such a dick. I didn't put it anywhere in my notes, and then by the time I was talking, which was literally only like 5 minutes into recording, I had totally forgotten because I was drunk. So I deeply apologize, and I appreciate you,
motherfucker,
so much. Okay, are you ready for this shit?
I'm so ready.
Good. Okay, so this week I'm going to tell you about Eric running.
Running? Like
try to catch me running dirty. Yeah,
that's riding.
That is. What's the running song? Nope, it was when we used to work at the smoothie shop and we'd hold on to the counters and do the Running Man. Like in the middle of my story, you're gonna like yell out the song and be like, "There it is."
I know, right?
Eric was born in 1951 in San Francisco, California.
All right. Shout out to Henry again.
Yeah. What's up? This episode's all about you, Henry, because you got the COVID and you need some help.
Yeah,
and by
you
that,
need to fucking perk up.
Yeah, so we got you, boo.
Yeah, get better, motherfucker.
Right? Okay, so Eric's biological mother had been a young Spanish woman who did not want to keep her baby. And so she ended up somehow coming in contact with this couple by the name of Lillian and Harry Running. And they took the young woman into their care and for the remainder of her pregnancy.
Yeah.
And then they ended up paying her a sum of money to keep her baby as their own.
Okay, so she's just a surrogate mom then.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of.
But I don't think it was all planned and shit.
No, but I mean, good that she had a fucking plan for it after.
Yeah, like somebody to help. Okay, so
Yeah.
obviously that baby was Eric. And on Eric's birth certificate, Lillian and Harry are listed as his biological parents.
Oh,
and
interesting.
Eric spent his whole life believing that they were related by blood. Like, he had no idea that he was, technically speaking, adopted.
Yeah, that's a fucking rough one. I don't know how much I agree with that, but
Yeah, it might cause a little
turmoil.
conundrum. Yeah, later in life. Okay, so as he grew older, he started to notice that he didn't look like his mom and dad very much. And on several occasions, he would ask his dad if he was adopted. And his dad would always tell him that he wasn't. So his dad continued he doubled down on it.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Fun fact, when my dad found out that he was adopted, his sister was like, "You were adopted!" And he was like, "Nuh-uh." And then he went to his mom and he was like, "Was I adopted?" And she was like, "Yeah."
What a fucking way to lose an argument, man.
And that's how he learned, and that's why he is the way that he is.
Oh, man, that is a way to lose an argument.
Right?
God damn it. Okay, so Eric's parents were actually really heavy drinkers, and they would argue regularly.
Oh, fuck.
So, add to it. And when he was only 18 months old, his mom, Lillian, took off, and she never came home.
Oh, fuck. Like,
She
ever?
Like, ever. Like, she abandoned the family.
Like, she went to get cigarettes and just never came back.
Yeah, she's like, "Be right back, love you toots, later, loser."
Oh, fuck,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Right?
Dude,
And
that's your adopted kid. Like, you would think that you'd be like, all right, well, I owe you my entire life now. Because
like
I've agreed to this.
Yeah, I chose to care for you.
Yeah.
Nope. Well, like I said, heavy alcoholic, so maybe she wasn't thinking right. I don't really know the details, but she definitely left the family. And I think that she was being abused by her husband because they were arguing all the time. So she was like, I got to get the fuck out of here later. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really know that much of her story, but,
I don't know, and I can't judge or anything, and obviously I'm not in her position, but goddamn, man, take the kid.
Right? Okay, so she leaves the family and she keeps very little contact with Eric as he was growing up. Mm-hmm. She basically stopped communicating with him around the time that he had turned 4. So she was like in and out, and then at 4 years old, he didn't hear anything from her ever again.
That's
I don't know
so
about ever again,
sad.
but it wasn't constant. Yeah, that's so heartbreaking. So Eric lived with his father, and his grandmother stepped in to help care for him until his father met his second wife in 1960.
Okay.
So Eric's new stepmom was also a heavy drinker herself, and she didn't show much affection towards him. And his dad would regularly beat him with straps, cords, wire hangers, or his hands, like as they did in the 60s.
God damn, that sucks. You just
I
fucking lost at the
know.
parent lottery.
Oh my God, seriously, right? Okay, so Eric obviously didn't have the best childhood, which is why it's not really surprising that by the age of 11, he began heavily drinking alcohol himself.
Mm-hmm.
By 13, he was using marijuana. By age 15, he was taking LSD. And in high school, he started abusing methamphetamine. And at the age of 20, he started shooting and abusing. Okay, it said shooting cocaine in the veins. And I don't know shit about drugs, so I guess you can shoot that shit in your veins.
All right.
And he was also abusing heroin, crack, PCP, and pain pills. So he was having a bit of a rough go.
I fucking guess.
Yeah, man.
That's, I haven't done most of that, and this guy was doing it before he was fucking 21.
I know. Oh, my God. So he might have been some sort of troubled. He was feeling some sort of way
Yeah.
about his life. And in 1975, at the age of 24, he was actually arrested for armed robbery. I don't know who the fuck he was robbing or anything, but he got busted and got in trouble for some shit. And they were like, "You're not allowed to have guns and you got to chill the fuck out." You're on parole.
Yeah, you got some restrictions now. You can't just go be doing LSD and shit.
Yeah, you showed us that you're not responsible, so we're going to keep an eye on you. He eventually got married, and he would regularly abuse his wife as well. That was like what he grew up in.
Yeah, it's what he learned.
Yeah. She eventually entered a woman's shelter to get away from him, And Eric ended up getting a tattoo on his wrist of his wife's face with her throat slit and blood oozing from her mouth.
Oh, okay.
So, you know,
I thought that was like a romantic gesture at first there.
Like relationship goals. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Like if an ex or even your current, like if your husband got that, like came home, like, look what I got, toots.
No.
Oh,
I'd be like,
Lord.
oh, that's fucking psycho. You're a psycho.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's
oh
not
my
okay.
God. And on your wrist, everyone's going to see that shit.
Right?
And that's not even my best picture.
God, what did you even give them for a fucking reference photo?
Oh my God. All right, so this guy is a gem of a husband.
Yeah, sounds like it. A real peach.
Yeah, real peach. He also had some serious road rage and drove some car off the road and threatened its occupants with a gun.
God damn.
I think it was like 2 chicks or some shit, and he just went fucking nuts and was like, I'm going to assault you with this gun. And obviously they called the police, and this violated his previous parole of like fucking armed robbery. You're not allowed to have a goddamn gun.
Yeah, or
And
like
so
run anybody off the road or anything.
Yeah, like you can't be a fucking psycho. By the way, what's that tattoo about? Oh, that's right, you're a psycho.
Love that tattoo. What's that say?
Rotten pieces. That's great. Oh, God. Okay, so like I said, violated some parole, and so he was sent to jail.
Yeah.
For just a little bit of time, though. In 1991, he was charged with attempted murder because he stabbed a transient, but those charges were eventually dropped. That's all I really know about that shit.
Yeah.
And then there was like this beautiful little 5-year span of time where he cleaned up his act and he started to go to college with the ambition of becoming an addiction counselor. But he always had a hard time staying sober, which is, one of the requisites of doing that. And so he, wasn't doing so hot.
Yeah.
He eventually landed himself a job as a long haul trucker, and he moved from San Francisco to Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
Now we're in 1996. And it's here in Oregon where he meets a woman by the name of Octavia Anderson.
That is a name.
Yeah. And he fell madly in love with her.
Oh, okay. So he's going to turn his life around.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's kind of an interesting little story, and I don't know all the deets because I haven't been able to talk to either of them. But Octavia had just gotten out of a 10-year relationship with her girlfriend, who went by the name of Barbara Gilpin. Yeah. Okay.
She's turning over a new leaf.
Maybe. But none of the articles make it clear as to whether or not Eric and Octavia were actually dating or if they were just really good friends. Because if you're reading the articles, it's like, oh, for sure they're together. He's madly in love. And my next bullet is that she's going to move in with him. Like, they're fucking hanging out all the time. Yeah. And so everything's like he's madly in love and basically like borderline obsessed with her. But people who know Octavia were like, they were just really good friends. Like they would dance and laugh together and all that shit, but they weren't in a romantic relationship. She was always with Barbara and they were always on again, off again. And this just happened to be in an off again period. So I don't fucking know.
So it could have just been like a roommate situation that they're going to move in together.
Could have been. But he obviously like thought they were in a relationship. So maybe they were.
All right.
I just don't know the fucking answer.
Yeah.
So, like I said, they move in together and everything's going great. Octavia was an artist and a poet who worked part-time as an accountant. And her,
two
like
fucking
polar
together. Opposites.
Yeah. And her actual legal name was really Jacqueline, not Octavia.
Octavia's a way better artist name.
That's probably what it is. I didn't even consider that.
Boom. Solving mysteries.
Need an artist question answered? Ask an artist. That's what I always say. Just rolls right off the tongue.
That's what I say right now.
Yeah. All right. So Eric shares a lot about his childhood with Octavia, and he even mentions that he really believed that he was adopted. Ooh. And then one night, both Octavia and Eric are at his dad's house, and a heated argument kicks up. I don't know what the fuck happened, but Eric and his dad are like screaming at each other. Mm-hmm. And in the argument, Eric throws out something about him being adopted, like, I bet I'm adopted or whatever. And then his dad replies with, quote, "You're damn right you're adopted."
Oh,
so,
shit.
Yeah.
That's a worse way to find out.
Right? Yeah. Another shitty way to win an argument.
Yeah. God damn it. I didn't want to be right.
Yeah, I didn't want to win this one, Pops. Okay, so this news absolutely devastates Eric. And he said that when he heard those words that he felt devastated and enraged at the same time. And he felt numb and scattered and like he was just viewing himself from another place. Like it fucking rocked his world when that shit got confirmed.
Yeah.
And shortly after learning this, he starts drinking more heavily and this kind of like kicks him in a downward spiral. Mm-hmm. And his relationship with Octavia starts to unravel.
Oh, she was his rock, his muse.
Yes. So he ends up in and out of detox centers because he was like that fucking bad off that they were like, you need to chill the fuck out. And then he'd go there for a little bit and then he'd come back home and he'd start drinking again. And he wasn't doing so hot. And Octavia was over it. Like, I don't want this poison in my life. I need to just like go back and be happy and do my shit, right?
Yeah.
And so she starts planning to end their relationship. Whatever the fuck their relationship is, she's like, I'm getting out of this.
Yeah, their relationship, friendship, whatever. She's like, I'm cutting you off, you're toxic AF.
Yep, later, loser. So, on February 24th, 1998, Octavia and Eric, they go out to lunch, and they end up drinking and smoking, and they somehow end up at this bar that's called The Ambassador.
A lunch turning into a bar date? That sounds like a good fucking time. I can't wait for this quarantine to be over.
I know, I was going to say, that sounds like us before children. Like,
yeah.
Do you just want to go for brunch and then drink the whole day away? Yep. It's 2 o'clock and all the lights came on at this club. I think it's time to go home. Thank fuck our goddamn husbands know how to track our iPhones and find us.
Yeah.
I need a ride. Okay, so they're at this bar, right?
Yeah.
They go in and they each order a drink and they go to the back room to play some pool. I guess this was like a common bar that they all went to. They were all comfortable there. It was like their neighborhood bar.
All right.
So they're playing pool for a little bit, and then Octavia leaves for about 10 to 15 minutes, and she uses a nearby payphone. I'm sure it was like right outside the bar or some shit, or even in the bar. Yeah. And then she returns and she plays some more pool. Shortly after that, the bartender observes the pair having a quiet argument. And this is presumably when Octavia was breaking things off with Eric, like telling him, hey, man, like, you're too fucking much for me. I can't do this shit anymore. I'm going to move out.
Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah. Yeah. And so the bartender
sees it while everybody's been drinking.
Yeah, right? At least she did it in like a public place, though. Yeah, she probably knew him well enough. Like, I should do this somewhere where I have fucking witnesses.
Yeah.
Okay, so the bartender sees this, and Eric gets up, and he leaves the pool room, and he goes and sits at the bar alone. And he sits there for 10 minutes, and he doesn't order a drink or anything. He just sits there, like, fucking glaring. Like, dude is pissed.
Ooh, okay. But he's like, I'm not leaving. I'm just going to make everyone around me uncomfortable.
Right? Like, I'm just going to be super weird.
Yeah.
Well, he eventually gets up, and he leaves the bar. And so this is when Octavia then goes and makes another call, which she spends about 20 minutes on the phone. And then she goes back to the bar and she orders a drink and starts like thumbing through the karaoke songbook.
All right. So she's like, you ain't going to ruin my night. I'm still going to get down.
Yep. Hell yeah. And she's like, what's the perfect song to kick off this fucking night?
Always
Let me find
Journey.
It. Yeah. Yeah. Street light. Okay. So around 10 p.m., Barbara Gilpin, Octavia's ex-lover, comes strolling into the bar and joins Octavia at the bar.
Ooh,
so
girl.
I'm going to go ahead and guess that this whole time Octavia has been calling Barbara.
Yeah.
That is me speculating wildly. But, so they're sitting at the bar, they each order a drink and they hang out and they have some dinner together. And then around 11 o'clock, they get up and they go to the pool room and they play some pool.
Okay.
Okay, so 11:15, Octavia returns to the bar to order some more drinks. And at the same time, Eric comes walking in and meets her at the bar, like runs into her at the bar.
Yeah.
And Eric approaches
Octavia and says, quote, "Come outside right now, you fucking bitch. I'm going to kill you."
Nope.
Nope.
Not gonna do that.
Nope. Not today, not now, not never. Thanks.
Nope.
Later. Bye.
Yeah, no thank you.
No, I'm good. He then pulled his index finger across his throat as if to, like, seal the threat. Just like his fucking tattoo, right? Like, come outside.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah. It's so dramatic, man.
Yeah.
And so he does this, and Octavia just rolls her eyes at him and totally fucking ignores him, which I'm sure pissed him off even more in all of my experience. And then she turned to the bartender, who was her friend, who said, like, the bartender is the one who was like, I don't think they were actually dating. I'm pretty sure they were just, like, in a friendship, you know, like, roommate situation.
Yeah.
So she rolls her eyes at him, looks at the bartender, and says, quote, "I don't like him very much anymore." And then, like, walk back to the pool room.
Just like, yeah, I'm over him and his bullshit.
Yeah. I don't like this guy anymore. He's lame.
I don't want to be his friend anymore.
Yeah. And like I said, this was like a neighborhood bar. Like, they were familiar at the bar, very comfortable there. So, you know, she probably was just like, this guy's being a dick. So immediately, Eric storms out of the bar, and shortly after that, Octavia returned to the pool room, like, you know, right after that, goes to the pool room, and Barbara comes marching out with her cue stick in hand. And I'm guessing that she, like, Octavia had just told Barbara, like, fucking Eric just came here and said he was going to kill me. And so Barbara's like, I'll give him a taste of his own medicine. I'm going to kill him. I don't know for sure. Those words were not uttered, but she was pissed and, like, running towards the front of the bar towards Eric, right?
Yeah, and nobody threatens your lady.
That's right. And so right as she hits the entrance of the bar, Eric walks in, and he had a short-barreled shotgun in his hand, and he pointed it right at Barbara and pulled the trigger, firing it into her abdomen.
What?
Yeah, dude is fucking nuts. Okay.
Oh, shit. He's not supposed to have guns. That's a violation of his parole. This motherfucker breaking all the rules.
He's not supposed to have guns. Yeah, he's not supposed to have guns. So Eric then continues straight back to the pool room, headed for Octavia. And when he confronted her, like I said, she was really comfortable in this bar. And she fucking came at him full steam and yelled something along the lines of, like, what, are you going to shoot me like you just shot her? Like, she was like, fuck you, I'm tired of your bullshit.
Jesus. I mean, he just shot a person. What makes you think he's not going to shoot you?
Well, exactly. He shot her. He fired the shotgun and hit her in the left hip at close range.
Oh, fuck.
And so she falls to the floor. And then he walked up to her and placed the barrel of the gun on her left cheek and then fired, killing her instantly.
Oh, my God. That's a terrifying way to fucking go.
Oh my God, that's like shit escalated, man. Like, tone it down.
Jesus. Is Barbara alive at this point?
Okay, so, great question. Eric then walks back towards the front of the bar where Barbara is laying, and she seems dead. Like, she's not moving or anything.
Yeah.
And then he stops and he kicks her body, and then he presses the barrel to her left temple and fires again. Even though it looked like she was already dead. So she for sure died.
Oh, God. Oh, that's so sad.
I know. And then Eric hesitated, like he was going to go back into the pool room or some shit. And then he ran for the exit. And then he said something along the lines of, I got to get me the fuck out of here. That's a quote.
That's a solid
direct
quote.
Okay, so he runs through the back part of the parking lot and he hops a fence to get away from the bar. And as he's escaping, his gun discharges.
What?
But unfortunately, it didn't hit him or anything. His gun just, like, fired off a shot.
Yeah.
Because somebody's taking pops off tonight. Taking shots tonight. I don't remember that fucking song. Anyway, you know where I was going with that. Okay, so he hops the fence, gets away, gun goes off, whatever, right? About a block away, he hides the gun in a stack of firewood. And this gun eventually gets discovered, like, 2 months later, like, after the shootings. But he's like, gotta get rid of this, tucks it in some firewood.
2 months go by and he wasn't like, I should probably move that shit because winter's coming.
Somebody's gonna need some wood.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't get that chance.
All right.
Okay, so he goes to his apartment and the next morning he decides everybody's gonna know
who the fuck I am based off of my looks. So I'm going to change them entirely by chopping off all of my hair, and I'm going to wear my glasses. And also, all these clothes I was wearing today, I'm going to go to the pawn shop and sell them. So he like bags up his leather jacket, which I don't know if this is like his fucking signature leather jacket or what, but he bags it up, takes it to the pawn shop the next morning with his new do, and he sells it.
Okay.
He then goes and hangs out with a few friends, and his friends are like, yo, you look a little different. Like, what the fuck? What's up with your COVID haircut?
I mean, that's all Clark Kent needed to, like, look different with some glasses, apparently, so.
Yeah, this motherfucker thought he was going to Clark Kent himself. Like, don't worry. Nothing to see here.
I have glasses on. I'm a totally different person.
Yeah, and his friends were like, all right, I've never seen you wear these before, but cool. So at some point, one of his friends that he's hanging out with goes to the liquor store or some shit, goes to the store, and he notices Eric's face on the front of the newspapers saying that he's wanted for the murder of Octavia and Barbara from the previous night.
Oh, shit.
Right? Like, they got a bolo on his ass, and they got his face plastered everywhere. Good. And so his friend goes back and confronts Eric, and Eric's like, yeah, I did that shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and mind you, these friends aren't like they're probably not real friends. They're like drug, dealers or some shit. I'm just speculating that they were doing drugs and shit together, but
yeah, well, he was kind of a shady character, so
yeah, like I'm sure. I mean, based off of their responses, they were not like, whoa, get out of my house or I'm going to call the cops. They were like, whoa, you have 3 options. Like, you can turn yourself in, you can go on the run, or you can kill yourself. And Eric was like, well, that last option's pretty shitty. I don't want to do that one.
Yeah.
But around 7:30 p.m. that same evening, so the night after he killed Barbara and Octavia, the police get a call regarding an assault victim at a construction site with a severe cut across his throat. And so the police get there, and of course it's Eric.
Okay. This is a self-inflicted fucking cut across the throat?
So they get him to the hospital, and he says something about how he wishes he would have used the last bullet on himself instead of throwing the gun in the bushes. And the cops are like, huh? And so they're like, what's your name? And he gives them a false one. And then meanwhile, the police are investigating the murders of Octavia and Barbara, and they reach out to Octavia's mom, and she confirms that she had been living with, that Octavia, her daughter, had been living with Eric this whole time and gave them his address.
Yeah.
So the police go and they search his apartment and they find shotgun shells along with his hair in the trash can underneath the kitchen sink from his COVID-19 haircut.
All right.
Before it was cool to get a COVID-19 haircut. So the police eventually connect the dots, right? They're like, okay, we get this guy with a wound to his neck that's in surgery in the hospital, whatever, and he's giving us this weird fucking name. And he's got a really bad haircut.
It's really uneven in the back.
Yeah, there's something fishy going on here. And Eric's wanted for this shit. So they're like, hey, I think we found our man.
Yeah.
So they end up charging Eric with 2 counts of aggravated murder and 1 count of being a felon in possession of a firearm.
All right, good. Fuck that guy.
Okay, so as it turns out, the gun that Kevin used to kill Barbara and Octavia, it actually belonged to Barbara.
What?
So Octavia must have taken it with her or some shit in the move.
Yeah, like had it at her house for whatever reason.
Yeah, but dude fucking murdered her with her own gun.
Oh, that fucking sucks.
That sucks so bad. So in trial, Eric argued that due to his rough past where he had constant female rejection from his like biological mom and then his adopted mother and then later his stepmom, that when Octavia had tried to end the relationship, it triggered some like deep-seated mommy issues and he snapped and went into like a temporary dissociative state and he wasn't actually mentally present when the murders occurred. So like this is his whole defense. Basically like insanity for a small portion of time. Like, yeah, I can sit in front of you now and say like that shit was crazy. I shouldn't have done it.
Insanity. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that shit, man. Like
I don't know either.
On one hand, I get the concept of it. I get the idea of it and everything. But on the other hand, I've never been in a temporary insanity state. So I have no idea if it's like, I don't know, fucking real.
Yeah. Or if we're just saying it, wink, wink.
Yeah, exactly. Or if people are just like, yeah, I mean, like maybe sometimes people can snap out of it. I don't know. Like,
oh man, shit.
That shit's crazy to me.
I feel like I've come pretty fucking close, so I believe that you could do that. I don't know if this guy did that or if he was an asshole to begin with. Like he was abusing women.
I believe that you could snap. Like you could snap and you could kill people and then afterward be like, fuck.
like, ooh, that was bad.
I regret everything. Yeah. But like, does that count as temporary insanity? Because like, I don't know.
No, that's just like anger issues.
Yeah, like I'm not a doctor. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't know either. But I also am not trying to play around with that shit. Like, fuck, man. Like, I am thankful that I don't know that answer.
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
Like, I'm sure it's a thing. But do I think that's what happened here? No, I think the dude was drunk and tripped out and he was aggressive anyway and he fucking did it.
Yeah. I mean, he had a pretty fucking suspicious tattoo.
Yeah. Seemed like a pretty big asshole, right?
Some violent tendencies.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, so the jury took all of this in consideration also, and they found him guilty of both counts of aggravated murder and one count of being a felon with a firearm. And he was sentenced to death for the murder of Octavia and to life for the murder of Barbara.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. The reason for the difference in the sentencing was because the jury felt that Eric's intention was not really to kill Barbara, but it was he directly stated to Octavia, like, I'm here to kill you.
Yeah.
And so it was obvious that he fucking planned that shit and he was ready to go kill her. And that Barbara just probably got in the way or, like, was collateral damage. Like, he didn't specifically state that his intent was to kill her.
Yeah, he didn't go there to premeditate kill her or whatever.
Yeah.
She just happened to be like, nah, fuck this guy. And he was like, nope, I'm going to get what I came here for, which is Octavia.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Ugh, that's awful.
Anyways, so there's your little love triangle for the night.
Jesus.
Yeah, a little rough.
Poor fucking Barbara. She's just like, man, I'm just here to have a good time, play some pool with my ex, maybe get back together. Who knows?
Right?
Maybe
right?
Pop back
get
on
that gun
the
back
on again. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just here to get that gun back and my fucking
that was an
50
expensive
CDs.
Gun. Yeah. Oh, man. Or like sing some karaoke songs. We're going to do a duet later.
Yeah. She's just there to have a good fucking time.
Fucked up.
That sucks.
Yeah.
God damn.
So that's my story.
So is Eric still in jail?
Oh, yeah. He's on death row. He
Okay.
keeps trying to appeal it. And they're like, we're not going to appeal it.
Yeah, no, you're a fucking psychopath.
Yeah, man.
Stay there.
Did you see what you did back there?
But not diagnosed psychopath. You're just a fucking crazy person.
Yeah, right. They diagnosed him as some big word that I didn't write down.
There you go.
But it was like temporary.
Jeez.
Yep.
I don't know, man.
Okay, so everybody, if you want to check out pictures pertaining to our cases, go to our website, isgdpodcast.com. We also have links to our merch and our Patreon. Whoop. You guys should come join, and girls. You guys and girls should come join us on our Patreon page. Every month we add one extra episode, and it costs as little as $1, and you get access to all of our past episodes. So what the fuck? You're not doing anything else. Come support us, and eventually we can afford a fucking computer to go in the she shed so we can Twitch stream some shit.
Yep. That's going to be fun.
Yep. I need your face in my face. Miss your face.
Your
face is in my face, but through technology, and it's not as good.
It's not as good. As soon as this fucking social distancing is over, my face is going to be all up in your face.
Can't wait.
Also, you guys can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at ISGD Podcast, or email us at isgdpodcast@gmail.com. You can send us fucking case suggestions or love notes or just say, what's up, baby? You can snail mail us at P.O. Box 2764, Spring Valley, California, 91979.
Make sure you wash all the COVID off. We hear copper doesn't hold any kind of germs, so, send it in copper.
Yeah, send us a copper card because COVID only stays on it for like 4 hours.
Yeah, we did the research.
Yeah. Also, we got a sweet letter from fucking Isaac.
Right? Okay, by the way, I still haven't been able to read it yet.
No, that's what you get for being in fucking quarantine and it's all mine.
Yeah. Oh, you could just take a picture of it, goddammit.
I could. Yeah, I guess I should. It's a long one, though.
I know. That's why
You're
I'm
going to
going to
be in
read
for a
it.
treat.
I got some time.
I guess that's true. You probably do.
Yeah.
But
Son of a
fucking
bitch.
thank you. I appreciate you. And he gave us some case suggestions that I might not fucking send you the pictures to. Because
That's fine. That's fine.
at least one of them, I was like, hold up.
Hold up,
That
hold
shit's
up, hold
interesting.
up. You have my attention.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Is that it?
I think that's it. I'm sure there's shit we're missing, but listen.
Probably. It's
Whatever.
late.
Yeah, I'm tired. We had so many technical difficulties.
We did. So tired. All right, lady. I miss your face.
Okay. Miss yours more.
Bye.
Bye.